All is fear in war. People may hate to hear that, but that is the reality. All is indeed fear in war. Obafemi Awolowo, as the Minister of Finance, signed off on the policy. Rightly, I would have done the exact same thing. He signed off on the policy not to allow food to cross into Biafra. And immediately after the first coup, remember before this happened, Obafemi Awolowo was already in prison. One of the stated goals of the coup by those who were involved in the coup was that they were looking to free Obafemi Awolowo and install him in power. Whether you believe that or not is another story for another day, and it's not my preoccupation today. Important thing is that by the time the second coup came, Awolowo was free. He came out of that and he was made the Minister of Finance. And the second, more or less like the number 2 in the government. At least the titular, of course, they had to play it up. Civil war. Yorubas must be seen to be on board against their Igbo brothers. The Igbos have a saying. They say when brothers fight, strangers inherit their father's heart. It becomes the home of the stranger. So, if there was already a rivalry, it was cemented by the formation of Gowon's government. Because now, Azikiwe is in exile. Obafemi Awolowo is the Minister of Finance, the most consequential office in the land. Nigeria was at war, and more propaganda must now be entrenched. And Awolowo was right there. And there is very little that can be said sometimes in defense of some of the things that took place. All is fear in war. People may hate to hear that, but that is the reality. All is indeed fear in war. Obafemi Awolowo, as the Minister of Finance, signed off on the policy. Rightly, I would have done the exact same thing. He signed off on the policy not to allow food to cross into Biafra. And I would explain myself. Combatants take preeminence when it comes to distribution of food. And what was happening was a situation where shipment of food by Caritas was being hijacked constantly by the soldiers. The civilians were not getting this ration.